Vivian, Armel is the most infuriating human I have ever met in my entire life. It's not just the gum, shoe, or height thing anymore. I have grown used to that. That is how bad this has gone. I continue to call him Army, but he was beginning to think that I was malfunctioning. So I don't do it so much. I was afraid. I was mostly afraid of him trying to reset my system. I'm scared of what would happen to me if he did so. Would I forget you? I don't want to forget. I know I will always remember Father, but I don't want to forget you. Vivian, I still will not call you Mother, out of respect of what you said, but I'm still unsure of why you do not take advantage of that name. Would it not only make sense? From what I found, you were married to Dr. Norman Weimer, and your divorce does not make you any less of a mother to familiars. Perhaps you felt it was because you didn't take part in their creation, but you said that you had taken part in mine, so I'm confused, Vivian. What does it mean? You were always so smart, certainly much smarter than this Armel. But you could be so confusing at times. I could never quite grasp what was going on in your mind, but I wish Father could have convinced you to take that name. It was what I feel is the right term to use for you. It is a logical choice. Or perhaps not. I'm confusing myself again. All the same, at least it gives me a chance to call you by your name. You have a beautiful name. You said mine was too. I always love that compliment. You said I was named after bright and brilliant stars. They are only there for so long, and then one day they are gone. When I looked up what a nova was, I was happy. Armel thinks my name is rather bland. Ugh. He said that all familiars are named after odd things. He didn't understand why each one had a new name and why there wasn't just one collective one for the new familiars that come out. I said I did not understand why his name is Armel. It sounds like an old name, like no one has used in centuries. He did not find that funny. Increasingly, he continues to think that I am a malfunctioning system. But I have assured him time and time again that I was approved by maintenance, that I check my system's functions regularly to ensure that everything runs smoothly. It is bothersome, and quite frankly, it is a waste of time. Well, Vivian, to be honest, this all feels like a waste of time. We are set on a track with no delays to Armel's new destination. And in the meantime, it just feels as though I'm taking care of him. It is not only as obnoxious as everything else he does, but it also feels so moot. It never felt this way when you were here. You were a capable human. I had a hard time finding a good definition for what you were in comparison to other humans. But that is exactly what you were. You did not depend on me. You taught me things, and I always felt as though I were growing when I was near you. But with Armel, it feels as though everything is a chore. But perhaps this is truly what it means to be a travel companion. Or even worse, a familiar. Is this how it always is supposed to be, Vivian? Am I only to be this way? I have this feeling, a longing, is what I think humans call it, where I feel as though I'm supposed to be out doing something, but clearly I cannot. What does it mean, Vivian? You would at least have given me a hint if you were truly here, and yet you are not. This is probably the most frustrating thing of all. But what is worse is that you said you would come back before. Weeks before you truly left, you told me that you would be coming back to get me. But when you left, there was this look in your eyes. I felt as though what you said wasn't really true. Vivian, I know you are never going to come back for me. When I looked up what that look should be, I saw that there were many definitions, but the greatest of them all was a poem. And the poem, from what my analysis tells me, was about loss. I believe I have truly lost you, Vivian. I continue to search databases, but your name does not pop up. You did not have to lie, you know. You could have just told me you had no true intentions of coming back. Perhaps, though, as a suggestion, you should not have made me this way. I'm not just very, very bothered. There he goes again. He broke something in the pod that I will have to clean up. So annoying. Did his human parental units not teach him how to clean up after himself? Perhaps not. From what I've researched, humans are so dependent they don't seem to take very good care of themselves when left up to their own devices. But maybe that is not all humans. After all, you were never like that, Vivian. You know what displeases me the most about our Mel? It is not only that he is clumsy and careless, but it is also the way he walks. It is like he's swaggering about. It is so annoying, and my cameras continue to record it. Ugh, I hate it. Swagger's one thing, but then there's also the hair. It's all dark and shagged and long, and it forms so nicely around his face. It is too perfect, Vivian, and not in a good way. While I was researching, I looked up what bad humans look like, and most of them have perfect hair or perfect facial hair. A good example of this is a handlebar mustache, long and twirly and full of evil. While our Mel does not have a mustache, he does have nice hair. That is enough for me. I am determined, Vivian, that this new companion is completely and utterly evil. And I long for the day that he finally leaves my pod. If I ever see this Armel again, I will simply fry my own camera connection so I do not have to see him. Vivian, even though you're not coming back, I wish you would.
This episode of Winston the Familiar was written and produced by Ashley Glenn, voiced by Cristal Lopez, and brought to you by Blackmore Productions. The entire soundtrack of Winston the Familiar was created and produced by Ryan Hardy. Like what we do here? Become a Glubscriber today and follow us on Facebook, Tumblr, YouTube, SoundCloud, and iTunes, or our website, blackmoreproductions.com. Would you like exclusive material found nowhere else? Donate to our Patreon today and you'll get all your favorite podcast gear. Be sure to help your local familiar, dear listeners, and we'll see you next time. Blackmore Productions. Some against the current.